I just want to say a great big hello to everybody, and we'll be on in just a few minutes. Most of you are aware now it was a YouTube server issue. Everybody was down, but I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Sorry for the quick delay. Just we've been on for a while. Just need a quick break for a second, just to get coffee and bathroom breaks and all this stuff in order, and then we'll be on in just a second, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys could really help us out because this got messed up, tweet it out as much as possible. That would be fantastic. It'll be hit the like button, and of course, if you're new here, hope you'll hit subscribe. We'll be on in just a minute, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. We'll see you soon. Let's see.
Chat is still going.
Let's see if this works. Guys, can you hear us? I repeat, can you hear us? If it ain't working, even refresh. Yeah, we're going to have to check and see. If not, guys, if it glitches out too much, we might have to cut out and make a new one. It doesn't take very long. We do apologize. We are completely at the beck and call of YouTube right now. So
that's right. If you are just joining us and you don't know what was going on, YouTube live streaming and premieres were down for a couple of hours. We were live on Twitter. In the meantime, we are back. Right. There's no sound on. There's no sound for Chills TV. Okay, but everybody else can hear us though. So
okay,
that's good. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. And let's hope it's going there.
Well, guys, if this stream lasts, tweet it out. Get lots of people in here because I'm about to blow one big gasket and you want to be here for it, I guarantee you. Because Xenia knows me very well. And I usually try to stay at topic at hand. But yeah, I think I'm kind of a little bit. It's not working, Michael Myers says. What's not working, Michael? What is not working, my friend? We can hear you, Eileen says, being heard. I don't know why then, and you're not hearing it. Nomadic bike raid just went on. Nomadic bike just went on. What is he doing, that guy? Man, I was trying to stream for 3 hours. I am so annoyed, dude. I thought it was my channel. No, it's all of us, every one of us.
We actually reached out. We were the first ones that reached out to Team YouTube on Twitter asking them what was going on, and they did answer to us almost right away that it was a cross-the-platform issue, and they were on it. Well, 2 hours later, it seems that they almost have fixed it. So, guys, crazy. Refresh. If you are buffering, there might be still some issues that they are solving as we go, getting those plugs back in place. So it's not us, it's not you, it's them. So let's just try keep it together.
King, what do you guys been up through for the last 2 hours? Go Fish Office, thank you so much. Nomadic Bike, you were awesome, my friend. You just went on. Oh my God, you're crazy. Great to see you. Much love to you. You're absolutely awesome, man. TR Nairi X, how are you? Great to see you. Hood known. You think maybe it's a 5G promo plan? No.
Yeah.
We can hear and see you, but you buffer frequently. Yeah, that's to be expected, guys, with what's happening. Everybody's rushing back on. There's tons of live streams all piling on at the same time. That's going to be the bottleneck syndrome for a little bit. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it. So I'm just glad I wasn't the only one having D-Crack, something to do, because this is what I did before we go on. I always go and check and see, and if you go and you don't see a lot of live streams on, usually means there's trouble with the network. That's kind of where I like to ballpark it. Just go hit your subscription, see if it recommends. Like tonight there was none. I went into in the kitchen, I'm like, this is not going to be good. And then sure enough I had trouble logging on and that. So
yeah.
Joey Brooklyn, what's going on? Alaska, how are you? Hey, not nice 24. Dirty Diaper 21, how are you? SF Rose, Chills TV. How close do you have to be to get help for 1K? Good question. I'm glad you asked. I said it was something. We asked for around 25 away in that part, because otherwise it takes too long most of the time and everybody's waiting. So we try to do that, because once we start, we don't want to turn around. We want to see it through. I hope tonight will go good. We got to get more people in here, guys. Hit the like button, tweet out, tell friends. I really need your help tonight. If everybody can tweet it out and not get the word out, it will be a big help, because we're not going on when we're supposed to go on. It's not used to us. It's used to us now being pretty scheduled. And after all this disaster, any help is greatly appreciated. I deleted OBS and did everything thinking it was OBS. Oh, no, D-Crack, no.
So now the suggestion, the first tip of the day for TikTok Tuesday is, if you have issues with YouTube, tweet at Team YouTube and include hashtags YTHelp, hashtag GHelp, and then somebody is going to answer, usually pretty fast.
Hashtag YouTube panties on fire. That's another good one. That will help you out. And also, too, keep a backup of all your settings. Every night when we go on, the first thing I do, in case I've moved something, not paying attention in the settings, I always keep a copy of the settings. I always have backups at different spots. And the one I've been using now, I've been using for 4 months or so. And every night when we go on, when I go to set up OBS, I delete the old ones, put those ones in. So I always make sure it's back to where the last one was. Good job, my friend. Good job. That's what you want to do. I keep it on a separate hard drive in case anything ever crashes. I can just put it back on. I don't have to go through all those bloody settings again and everything. So just a little word to the wise. Kiwi Matt reacts. What's going on? What's going on? Great to see you guys all. Just looking through, guys. I know we're missing people. We'll say hi in a second. Great to see you all in here. Man, what a ridiculous day. Big Rob's in here, aka Godfather Scratcher. What's going on? What's going on? We had a topic that I really want to dive into. We've been wanting to talk about this, and after watching today on watching some live streams, I'm even more wound than ever. We were actually watching Code 2019, CodeCom, and an interview with Susan from YouTube, and that was making me think. And now this has really got me thinking. Cardosa Media, how are you? Had to refresh a few times. I know, man, it is going to be crazy tonight. It is going to be crazy tonight. Everybody's hitting the servers now at the same time. My non-traditional life. What are your OBS settings for streaming? Oh my God, I haven't gone through it in a while. I know I'm at 1080, 59 frames a second. We're using 8,000 bit rate, pure audio. I kind of forget all of it right now. That's just a couple off the top of my head because I reuse the same settings all the time. So I definitely have to go back and look at it more. I'm not an OBS expert though. I would not want to give tons of advice onto it. I don't feel well enough versed into it, but doing fine. R5 Adventures. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Hope you're having a great one.
And D-Crag, yes, that's a common issue as well. It happens time to time to everybody as well.
Big Rob, you rock, my friend. You rock. Hair that's happy. How are you? Thank you so much for recommending people to come see us. That means a lot. You are absolutely so awesome. Thank you. Ward Space, what's going on? Hashtag Vox Apocalypse was the reason for my super chat last night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're absolutely awesome, by the way, too. Thank you so much. All of you guys. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all the good stuff, guys. We need an extra push tonight. It is greatly appreciated. Farming our backyard. You look and sound great. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. R5 Ventures, I'm doing well. Got to jump the pony tonight, and she didn't kill me. Well, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Florida Pirate, hey, how are you? Oh, we'll catch you later, but it's great to see you. I seen your message. Thank you so much. Much love to you, bud. Hope you're well. Hair that's happy, doing good. New channel at Angie Coswell invited in. I seen the channel. That is awesome. Thank you so very much for that. Do appreciate it. Poor Michael Myers is still having trouble, says it's not working. Eileen Krell, nice to see you both. Great to see you as well. Each and every one of you guys. Much love to you. Kyle, thank you for the thumbs up. Do appreciate it. Well, but we appreciate it though either way. R5, thank you very, very much for that. We really do. That doesn't matter. We appreciate it. That's kind of you. San, hey, how are you? Great to see you. D-Crack, another issue lately. I can send a super chat. I can't send a super chat over $2 or it gives me an error message. It's ridiculous. Wow, that's crazy. There's all kinds of them. There's no shortage of them. Sharing is caring. I shared. Thank you, PM's Adventure Vlogs. Do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And there is, where are we here? My non-traditional life. I'm confused as to why the ad thing is named after Vox. If Vox was not taken out of monetization, seems to have only been steered towards Vox. Yeah, well, that was just because of the channel involved. It took prominence.
Well, because even before that, Vox also has censorship issues with YouTube. They have taken down videos and live streams to censor the content, not because of the copyright issues. The same as we covered with Warner Brothers. It was the same issue, and it's not the first time with Vox, and that's why it's called like that as well.
Yes, Vox is not... Yeah, I was going to be a little more diplomatic, and I'm starting to lose some of it now because of all this. I'll tell you the honest God's truth. Just share it on Community Tab, Twitter, Facebook. Tom Little, let's go. Rena, you are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Throat W, how are you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you all, guys. Hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff, guys. You guys are doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Hashtag fix YouTube. That's right. That's right.
I see Kidney Jerk also tweeted that YouTube, that Push Studios fixed YouTube.
oh God.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh my God.
We were the first ones that tweeted to YouTube though about this issue, so who knows? Citizens ATV, thank you so much for the super chat as well. JK Rack
thank you.
as well. Wow. Destination Chronicles did the super chat to us earlier, like 3 hours ago. I just wanted to say thank you as well for that.
Most definitely.
And thank you everybody who's just joining us right now, and those of you that hung on with us through all of this time on Twitter as well. You guys are amazing.
That you are, guys. Thank you so very much for everything. Thank you for always standing by us. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and we appreciate that help. But I know I sound like a broken record, but hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends. Let's get as many in here as possible, guys. Let's do this. Privet Art Co. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Retire and Prepping is here as well, and Chris Hope is here. Hello, how are you doing?
It is a pleasure to see each and every one of you here. Nothing is updating. I gotta keep hitting refresh half the time just to get a number of how many are here. That's not annoying or anything after everything that's happened.
And SF Rose is here. Hello, how are you doing? Glad to see you here as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, it would be awesome to have insurance for not being able to live stream. Not familiar with Vox? Well, we're going to get into that as well, but also in YouTube and in the internet as well. We talked about that a little bit on Twitter, about how everything is getting out of control. It's blowing too much up, and seems like nobody is able to manage it really. So Andrew has been holding for 2 hours. He's been silent on Twitter. I think he's just waiting to blow up there. I'm feeling sparkles coming off of him. It's like Teacher Didi, hello and welcome here to our channel as well. Miss Naturally Nollins, hello, how are you doing? Good to see you, Angie Caswell. Thank you so much for joining us, and good night to your daughter.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so glad you can make it here. I'm glad you were recommended here. That was absolutely awesome. Yes, I hope you can make it back in a few minutes. It's a pleasure to have you here. Alrighty, guys, time to say hello to all you guys. You guys really deserve an arena-sized welcome for being here through all of that, sticking by us.
And Gil Super Chat.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope all is well. Do appreciate it. Nice cold coffee. Oh yeah, my son brought it in this mug this time because now I can use it. It was being used as a phone support for 2 hours when we were on Twitter. Well, another thing that made me really happy. Real happy. All right, guys. Big hello to Zelda Master John. We got Urban Viking Explorers. True News Pakistan's here. Tony Patriot. The Shore Shannon Show. The Jedi Balloon Master. The Gaming Prince 91. Texas Rider. Tasha Redor. We got Susie T06. We got SMT Mainline in the house. We got Scratchaholic 777. We got San in the house. We got Ralph Morick. We got QT Pie. I believe he's gone now. Purple Paisley Planner in the house. Poodle Lover. Playworthy. We have Onion Art. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Nora Cooking Channel. We have NKM. We have Mystic Mountain Forge. Miss Naturally Nollins. We have Mr. Moore. We have Miss Ride or Die. Michael Myers. We have Life with Stephanie. Leonard Shea is in here. Kiwi Matt Reacts. Cardoso Media. Jeremiah Silva. J. Kurt Vivo. Hair That's Happy. Go Fish Office. Gator, the legend, is here, folks, who is a past guest, who is a legend. And awesome to see you, my friend. Awesome to see you. We got Gamer X6500. We got Farming Our Backyard. We got Eileen Villiers the Fam. We got E-Money Shoes. We got D-Crack. We got Dark One. We got CuteStuff.com. We got Citizen Z TV. We got Chills TV. We got Broken Wolf. We got Brittany Dove. We got Bargain Bites, and we got Emma Black Rose. How are you? Great to see you. And there's lots that aren't in that list, guys. So make sure to highlight our names so we can say hi to you as well. Disney IRL TV, how are you doing? Let's see. 3B Production Co. I don't believe we got. Great to see you. Rena Sanders is in the house. Teacher Dee Dee is here. Diane D trying. We have Dark One. I'm trying to. Wanda. We have One Love. We have Jenny O'Brien. We have. Thank you once again, Gil Skills, as well for the super chat. Who else are we missing here?
I am Random is here. Hello, hello, Alex, Scratchaholic, NKM, Tony Patriot. Hello, hello. Good to see you as well. Creator Spotlight still here after 2 hours. Drum Kings in Darwin, Just Laugh here as well. 3B Production, Big Rob. Good to see everybody. Eileen here as well. Thank you, everyone. You guys are amazing.
It's great to have you guys all in here. Thank you once again for all the support. As always, you guys are nothing short of miraculous. Honestly, that's the word I'm using, miraculous. For putting up with all this stuff. Thank you so much. And for the help, guys. And hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, get as many in here as possible. Guys, retired and prepping, how are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Barry G's RC, what's going on? Great to see you. So many great channels here, guys. Marcel Harding, how are you from down under? Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not allowed because it always goes to the better half. I want to say thank you to Nomadic Bike, though, because you're so fantastic to us. No, he is not weird. He is spectacular and fantastic and all that great stuff. Awesome to see you, my friend. Say hi to Marcel. This is the better half.
Hello, Marcel, the wonderful man. And thank you to Rob Moring. I used Adblock. This is to compensate. Well, that is more than enough to compensate.
You just covered it by 200 times, so thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
You guys are absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You really are amazing. And I cannot believe how many people are on right now. This is insane. Alrighty, guys, but you know what? Thanks to you guys, we got one hell of a crew here. Keep them going, guys. Hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends you're new here. Please hit the subscribe. We are spinning in the mud right now. I would have brought that up tonight if we had got onto it. I don't know what's wrong the last. We were doing fantastic, and now we're hitting one of those lulls like everybody gets. So if you have some friends you think would like what they do, please let them know, and we would love to meet them. Brent Ariels want to see Miraculous. Check out the latest from Cardosa Media. He's taking it to the next level. I do not doubt that for a minute. He is fantastic.
Cardosa Media is so amazing, so talented. That's
right. He is sets the bar pretty high in my books, I gotta say, for what's done on here. Oh my God.
And Prevolution is still watching as well. Guys, you are amazing.
Yes, you guys are absolutely awesome. You didn't miss anything, Cherry Berry. You were here for all the craziness. I cannot thank you enough. Viewed this. How are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Guys, you know what? We do have a topic tonight. We were supposed to have a topic. We should have been pretty much done our topic by now. Gratitude. Who'd known? Let's see here, guys. That was our topic for tonight, guys, but you know how things go on here. And I'm kind of tied onto that right now because I really wanted to give this some attention, especially after what I had to watch today. And I feel like I was almost forced to watch something that was turning my stomach. And that was the interview that went on at CodeCon with Susan, the CEO of YouTube. But you know what? I just want to get into it right away. And guys, it is time. Take this off, and I'm taking fucking music off. There, that's enough of that for now. This is it, guys. This is the stuff we're talking about, and we talked about this many times before, each and every one of us in here. We do not have a contract with YouTube. We all know that. And like I said, take a look when you agree to the terms and service on here. There's nothing that's there to protect us, to guarantee us anything in any shape or form. And you know what? I'm okay with that because there's, you know why? Got no other choice in the matter. Seriously, got no other choice. But you know, when stuff like this has been going on, and we've had this many times over the last couple of months. And when you have a platform that keeps telling you, you know what, guys, make quality content. You know what, guys, keep a schedule. You know what, guys, that's what's going to get you noticed on here. That's what you need as a real show. Put a lot of work into it. Put a lot of effort. Don't be shy to invest a little. And it's their trade-off is, oh, we're going to make it better. And you know what? Yes, we have 178 problems going on right now. That's true. That's fine. But guess what? We're going to come up with something better. And the better is going to probably bring 30 to 40% more problems with it. So there's our thanks to you for what all you put into it. And this is what happens. And it has gotten ridiculous on here like this. You realize all of YouTube is basically shut down for 3 hours. You know, channels are scheduled to go on just in that time alone. That's like a road closing, like at rush hour from a sinkhole. A sinkhole that they already knew the pipes were underneath. That sinkhole that the engineers already told them, you know what, this is going to fall in soon if you don't do something with it. But like YouTube does, it's almost like, well, yeah, okay, that's good. There's a sinkhole there that could fall in. Something could happen. I got an idea. I'll build a fucking tunnel in there. Like, it's just bewildering. We're not going to just leave. We're not going to not deal with the mess that's already there. We're going to turn it into a catastrophic disaster. That's how we're going to handle this. That's the way to take the bull by the horns. And I understand that they got to make money. And I understand they got to do what they got to do. But for the love of God and everything oh my God, can you deal with what you got first to some extent? It's never going to be perfect. If we're waiting for perfect, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. There's no way in hell we're going to see that day. Ever. Unless we're all able to start putting skin into it. And there's still going to be problems. At least then maybe we can be compensated for it. But I mean, seriously, it is time to deal with some of these issues. They should have never released beta the way they did. That was a goddamn disaster right off the get-go. It should have never been mass released that fast. That was the worst thing they ever did. And they can't even give a proper answer on why they did that. That's the problem. That's the problem. And by the tunnel hood, what I mean is beta coming out. A whole new guided platform onto it when the other one is in such a disaster. We have 2 bridges here. And if I'm using my province, Quebec, as an example on something to do, God help us, that's how bad YouTube is doing right now. They're building a new bridge because the other one's getting done. But at least they put some money into the other one to hold it together until the new bridge can be built. So it's not falling on, people aren't falling out of the sky. I mean, we're not asking much from YouTube, but can you keep it a little more stable until you get to the... Why didn't they do test on betas on small batches? Keep it that way. Then guess what? I don't know, 85% of the bugs are worked out of it, at least for the main template. Then try introducing it to a larger audience instead of this disaster. And what gets me so hot under the collar is I'm trying to get it sorted out first before I realize what's going on. And there's a pop-up above that we knew was coming for a while. But, next week you're going to get to have just beta for one day to get to try it out. Oh, I can't wait. That will go great. I can't see any problems with it. And I like beta. I do. I like the new algorithm. I like the new analytics. I like the layout into it. It is going to be better for us. I'm not denying that. It is. I can see it. But it's going to be good to us when it works. And not now. And especially now you got 2 flop systems competing against each other. If that's not a recipe for disaster, I don't know what is. Like... We don't pay for... I've said this before. I truly wish we had to pay something to be on here. Because then it would give us some stake into what we do. They would have to give some sort of agreement to give us some sort of service in exchange for that money. And we'd have more of a voice when shit like this happens. Because we don't have any. And it's not just us. I cannot repeat that enough. It is not just us. The big ones go through it as well. And they take a huge hit because their whole livelihood. Imagine tonight, yes, we're pissed off that we couldn't go on. A lot of you couldn't go on. We're all upset. But imagine when your whole livelihood depends on it. Imagine you go into work and they lock the doors for 3 hours when you're supposed to do an 8-hour shift. What do? You don't get that money back. There's nothing. You would be livid. It's become so much of almost like if we build it, they will come. And it's anything but. People aren't coming to it. That's the whole problem. People are getting sick of it. They really, really are. And that's too bad because there's a lot of great creators out there not getting a chance to get their voice out because of this goddamn mess. It's awful. And I don't want to sound like I'm owed the world because I'm on here. I'm speaking about all of us on here. They're pushing us to do these kind of things. They're really, really pushing us to have scheduled times, to have real shows. Xenia and I preach to people all the time and Tech Talk Tuesday and all this stuff. Guys, don't do it for watch time. Build a real show. You'll get more out of it. You get more following. You get more of this. You get more of that. For what? For what? You're like living. Yeah, your channel's built on top of a ticking time bomb that's always going down. You know. And that's the frustrating part of it. And why are we getting all the buffering right now and all that stuff? Well, you have channels for the last 2.5, 3 hours I couldn't get on, now all just pouring in at one time. Of course, I'm surprised the server's still running, knock on wood. That surprises me. Because at that pace and the way it's going and how shaky it's been, I would think that would be enough to sink it as well. You know, YouTube really got to just start getting its shit together. Seriously, you know. There was some buffering a while ago, and it's off and on. And there should be a lot for what was going on now still because of that. I mean, imagine, we just know some channels. Imagine all the channels have been rushing to try and get on for the last couple of hours. What an overload on the servers. But, you know, that's what we deal with on here. But I mean, what a disaster that, honestly, I know there are going to be problems here sometimes. But this stuff here is mostly server migration. And most of this has to do with adding new features when old features are still in a mess. And it's not replacing them for the better. It's adding new features on top of them. So you've just put crap on top of shit. Great plan. That's foolproof. Nothing ever goes wrong when you do that. You know, it really is time for them to pick up their pace a bit. Because there is going to be, you know, D-Dive and all these ones here are small, but they're pushed by some big names. And YouTube is by far the biggest platform of them all. By far. For now. There was lots of other things bigger. I remember search engines that I never thought would go away. I never thought Internet Explorer could be beat, you know, at one point in your life. The Alta Vista, all these ones. I mean, there's so many programs, so many. Look at Google Docs. Who thought that anybody could ever have a chance at taking on Microsoft Word suite? They did. And they made a big difference. They cut a lot out of what they do. Things happen on here, and they really better smarten up about it if they want to keep their platform together, because at some point, somewhere down the road, people are going to get so fed up. I hear a lot of people in their 40s and 50s talking about going to Twitch now. Twitch was never meant for that in the beginning. But you piss people off enough, eventually they're going to go looking somewhere else, and that's what's happening. And I love this platform. I love what it does. I love the reach into it. I think it's fantastic. But they really, really got to pull it together, because people's tolerance is just going to get to the point where they're just like, you know what, I don't need this anymore, you know. And then the platform's going to run pretty smooth because nobody will barely be on it to make a dent. Unbelievable, seriously, you know. And thank you guys all for coming over to Twitter. They don't want us pushing other platforms, and they gave us no reason but to do that. You know, that's the funny part when you think about it. Don't mention other ones. Oh my God, don't tell them there's a world outside. Don't tell them there's other platforms to go to. Do not tell them their social medias exist. And then you go down for a couple hours. Well, what the hell are we supposed to do? You know? It's just a disaster, a mess, and they got to clean it up. And I wish they would stop trying to wow everybody with new features when you can't even get the old ones right. Keep your beta on a small scale. Get your damn shit together. When that's all settled, then you start introducing it. You know? All of you guys work way too hard on what you do, and your time is too valuable to keep putting up with this stuff. You look at all the big networks. You imagine every third time you watched a TV show on NBC or ABC or CBS, well, it's down for a couple hours. We'll get it back. Sorry. There'd be blue murder, because you know why? They're tied not only to their audience but their creators to ensure that stuff like that doesn't happen, unless an extreme, very rare case. And that's why sometimes I wish there was more of us had skin in this. And I know sometimes everybody doesn't like when I say that, but that's why I do believe a one-time fee of $500 or $1,000 to get on here would not only clean up the content, and we wouldn't have stuff going on as much as the Adpocalypses that we've seen, But also YouTube would be more accountable to us because you could hold them to something. You paid an entrance fee, instead of them just signing, getting us to agree some terms. Most people don't even read them. They have no idea what they agreed to. Well, I can tell you in short, it's got nothing in there for you. All it is for is to ensure that you stay within their guidelines. That's all it is. There's nothing to protect you, nothing to guarantee you anything. It's just for them. So, we can't rely solely on ad revenue. We have to earn the willingness of our channels, communities to donate to improve our content. Very true. Very true. Plus doing merch and all those things and that, which they don't even want us talking much about and stuff like that. It's an unbelievable system. That's another reason why you put in 500, 1,000, you would get better return on ad rates because you would get more out of it. There's all kinds of benefits for doing that. I still believe in that very heavily. It's just being to cater to YouTube is just too big to try and cater to too many. Yeah, that's exactly it, Drone Kings and Darwin. Exactly what it is. Yeah, It's just frustrating. It's such a shit show all the time. And we were on tonight. One of the things we're supposed to talk about was some new features coming on. Well, we all seen they worked out well.
Who cares?
Yeah, gone off without a hitch. I got an idea. Instead of that garbage, how about the servers are running fine? I don't know. It's a foreign idea, but hey,
We understand that there can be only so many people working on their YouTube, but obviously there is too few people working on their technical abilities, on their hardware or whatever it is. It's just too few. Hire more people. When for Empty Time Creator Insider channel is saying that they have to take away their workers from one part of YouTube to put them on the new part. What? You don't have enough people to actually hire new people so they can work on the new features. How come you have to take away people from existing features in order to do something or change something? It's unheard of for something so huge. It's unheard of. The same as Susan, though, did say today that they have 10,000 moderators for 2 billion creators. 10,000 guys.
And it's been leaked already that they've been quitting at an alarming rate. They can't keep up. They're overworked. They don't have the right tools to deal with most of the issues that come in. That's what's happening. That's why you're getting mostly computer automated answers on stuff like that, because they just can't keep up. Lots of leaks have been coming out about it. So you wonder why you see a lot of the garbage going on and it's not dealt with. That's exactly why. It's not that they're in the right. It's just there's not enough to deal with it. They can't even barely put out fires for big ones. So how are they going to, even notice us through all of it? Their employees are too busy snitching on the conservative career. Yeah. Well, that's and there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's a lot of stuff. Do you have to have a link to the interview?
Yeah, I'm going to put the link in.
Yeah. It's too bad the way it is, but it really is bad. And it's just more glitches all the time. You go on and it's just glitch after glitch. You want to have a nice little pastime? Go on over and check YouTube's Twitter channel and see just how much in a day people got glitches going on that you've never even heard of before and existed. And the people that went over there probably thought I'm the only one getting it, and they get over there and see 20, 30,000 have it or more. It's insane. It really, really is insane how bad of a mess this is all into. And I wasn't coming on here tonight to hate on Susan or stuff like that. It was nothing. Actually, I had some pity for her today, to be honest, after watching that interview, because I thought, I don't know. I think she went on to it today to try and address a bit of it, as a CEO should, and she was just getting bombarded. That was my opinion. I don't think they wanted the minds were already made up, and that she was on the hot seat the whole time. I didn't find she got to finish sometimes her thoughts that were going at her. She looked even a bit frazzled from the whole thing.
She did, she did a bit lost, and she did some really good answers too. It's not her interview that was bad. The system itself that obviously is not working.
Yeah, it's
just too little people. It's like, it's not my thought, and I'm quoting somebody that I don't know. It's like China. The amount of people in China with basically no filter, no management system. If you put it in perspective, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
It is a country of size of China with no management system whatsoever. And I wish they would start treating it like that. It is the whole separate system of a country online, and that's how it should be treated. It's getting out of hand.
Brand Ariels, Gary brings up a really good point. How about my glitch that kept me from changing my banner for a month? Yep. No answer for YouTube. Exactly. And I mean, that's the thing. It's not always the big ones like tonight where all the servers go out, the streaming servers. It's just stuff like that on an hourly basis that people can't even do their stuff. When we make a live stream, we reuse our settings. We have a couple of them, like, one for the wheel, one for Tech Talk Tuesday, one for this and that. And then we make changes accordingly. Half the time, because we got burned on it now, we change the thumbnail. I've got to make an account. I got to make that stream, but I got to leave it at St. John's, Newfoundland time. Save it private. Then after I've changed the thumbnail, because sometimes the thumbnail won't change. So I got to do that, save it private, then remake a new one at the right time just to make sure that thumbnail will stay there. I mean, all kinds of bizarre stuff like this all the time. It's almost like being like overly superstitious. You got to put so much work just to do the most basic of things. It's absolutely insane. These kind of things. You mean to tell me stuff like that can't be dealt with? You mean to tell me stuff like that? And I mean, he's not the only one who couldn't change his banner gear. There's lots of them like that. Or change a thumbnail. Just all kinds of odd stuff like that that's just not dealt with. And many, many thousands are getting it. Because guess what? They like when you use custom thumbnails. But so maybe you might want to deal with that one. Get that one taken care of out of the way. Make sure graphics go up okay. Make sure it accepts it for. Look where those glitches are coming from and deal with those. And then maybe try going on to the things that you want to bring into the new one.
Yeah, I'm wedged. There have been people that have their videos uploaded for days. And we're not even talking about 4K resolution. And just the regular, not even HD.
Yep.
It's wide known issues that are not dealing with. And we understand that when it's once in a while somebody has their personal issue or glitch, fine. But then there's numerous hundreds, thousands, millions of creators reporting the same issue over and over. You would think that somehow it's possible to resolve it and not add new updates instead. Like, who cares about notification bell being in full color or only the outline of it, like the new update without the update again rolled out today? Who cares? Do you care what color is your bell? I don't. Why?
It's like saying, well, the car's kind of unsafe and has been known to leave the road a lot and crash into buildings, but you know what? We got a new vent into it. And you get lots of cool air. So that way, when you're leaving the road, heading towards that building, speeding at full speed, you'll be nice and cool while you're doing it. Welcome, Endless Vlogs. How are you? Good to see you. I just checked out your channel and gave you a wrench. Welcome. This is not our usual show tonight. Anybody who's just joined us and doesn't know, if you don't know by now, the servers were out for a couple of hours. We were supposed to be on our usual time 7, so was many other live streams. And of course that didn't happen because there was just no way of getting on, whether you were on Hangouts or using like OBS or any other linked software. So
yes, exactly. I'm the wedge. They have rolled out so many updates just in the last month itself, okay? And yes, YouTube Studio Beta also has new things coming out all the time. That's great, but why not to fix the stuff that is already wrong with YouTube Studio Beta itself? It has just rolled out and it already has issues. Start fixing that.
Slipping freedoms. I like that one. They aren't putting new vents in. They're putting square tires on the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
That sums it up pretty much. Yeah, a good point. People enjoy the bells and whistles when everything else is working, and they really, really got to deal with it. They got to deal with the nuts and bolts of what makes things consistent on here. Because why? They love consistency. So why wouldn't they deal with it? And that's what they're holding you back from every time. Like, that doesn't even hurt us tonight because we're supposed to be on at 7. It's not going to take an account and say, oh, well, we had the server thing. No, it just goes down. They weren't doing it. So there's all kinds of things that come from it. And nothing is perfect. And nobody's expecting perfect. People are expecting decent. Something to be dealt with. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're, and then start introducing the new things slowly, They're trying to rush. And the beta, I like beta. I do. I know not everybody does, but I think it's safe to say we're both fans of the new one.
Yeah.
But just want it running right. And it was too early to release it. And it should have been done on a very small schedule, as most betas are. They never jumped them in this quickly. But they were getting heat, and they wanted to look like they were doing something. And they were doing something. There's no doubt about that. Doing something and doing something right doesn't always have to go together. So, yeah. Hey.
It would be nice if they gave us warning for maintenance. Well, the thing is, it's not maintenance.
No.
It's just crashes because the things are not obviously
It's
working.
neglect. It's neglect. That's what it is, really. In the end, it's neglect. That's the problem with all of it, is there's too much being neglected because there's not enough people to go around. And already there's not enough people to go around, so instead they're giving more work onto new projects instead of dealing with the past. Is there a way to view super chats in beta? I can't find them. Yeah.
There's a new feature now where you can actually, in the live settings, see in the live, while the live stream's going, you can actually see the super chats there. It's rolling out as we speak, apparently.
Yeah.
So we don't have it yet, by the way.
Grant McIntosh, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope all is well, my friend. Beta broken YouTube way of saying don't worry about numbers. Yeah, about the size of a drone, Kings. No, but that's the part that bothers me the most, when they're the ones pushing so hard for us to be more consistent in the way we do stuff on here. They're the ones who want it more like a television series versus what YouTube used to be. And I'm fine with doing more of what YouTube wants me to do within their guidelines. I'm actually fine with that. It's their platform, their way, it is their way of the highway. What can you say when it's said and done? But give me what I need to do that. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for much. The bells and whistles will come, and that's all fantastic. But give me what I need to do, what I need to do here. And I think all of us just want that in the end, before we get into anything else, is just not have messes like they've been having. How do I get my channel featured in the Blue Wrench Group Tube Life? I don't know. Oh, we're kind of selling down that we kind of take each channel individually sometimes. It's usually depends on content side, if the backstory, all kinds of things like that. I didn't know you smoked. Oh my God, LV and Roy. I think everybody would be that's been here for a while is that's almost become a bit of my calling card. Do you think YouTube will go back on change? Do you think YouTube will go back on the change about live sub counts? No.
It's easier to maintain the rounded up ones. It's once again taking away people from maintaining that direct count, which probably never was direct to begin with. I mean, who knows, so they're just taking away the work, the maintenance of it. It's easier to maintain something that is rounded up than direct, and less things that they have to give to other companies like Social Blade and TubeBuddy and so on. So
honestly, YouTube made a promise that they were going to get rid of junk channels, and that is part of it. That's exactly what it is. It's less maintenance, and it's also going to get rid of a lot of problems. And we all seen this year, everything was PewDiePie versus T-Series, Tatty versus this one, and all that stuff, and they just want it gone. Because too many channels were getting too many views onto it. It sucks, but you got to realize that look at it in real life, almost every law that comes out is because a couple of idiots screwed it up for everybody. When it's all said and done, that's usually the way things go. Why can't you fly? Why do we have to have a friggin' license to fly a helicopter here to fly a drone? Well, that's because the minister's insane, but also because we had to have something done because people were flying them in front of airports and stuff like that. Why can't you walk across a bridge instead of taking a bus and all that stuff? Because every now and then somebody would go up for a selfie onto it and fall in and have to rescue them or they die. There's always a reason why laws come into play. And it's usually not because of the masses. It's usually just for a couple. Social Blade is going to be in a lot of trouble without having it, because it is their calling card.
Well, and that's what Susan today was saying as well, that it is 1% that they're dealing with all the time, and therefore resources are taking away from the rest of 99%.
Yep.
And that is the problem, that mainly all of these things that are coming into change is because of this 1 percentile that is causing problems, you know, like Andrew just said. Exactly. It's not like everybody's streaming their direct, you know, sub counts, but there are a category of channels that do just that. You know, so that's their way of dealing with it. The same as the new policies now about harassment and things like that. Yes, of course it has to be dealt with, but once again, it's 1 percentile that causes the havoc, and not necessarily it affects everybody. So that it's understandable.
I want to show you guys. This happens on every area. Here, I want to show you this right now. Of course, when you want something on my mouse for, oh, it's been such a good night tonight. You're kidding me. My mouse actually did really go out.
Few bad apples spoil the whole bunch. Yes, exactly. And yes, we understand that also lots of resources have to be there for transfer to deal with this 1 percentile, which is unproportionate therefore. But really, they should have more people working on these things. I think that's the main problem. I don't know why such a big conglomerate as YouTube, which basically is Google, can have more employees working on their issues and therefore have a proper amount of time devoted to it. You know, it's perplexes me how it's possible. You know, I was part of 1% who didn't use the guard while slicing potatoes on a mandolin. Oh, I feel for you. But it's true, and it is important, but it is not okay to transfer, you know, most of your resources to deal with 1 percentile.
Guys, here's an example right in our chat. I want to show you. There's the 2 things you guys see me posting all the time. Do many people do what I just wrote there? Almost none. But we put it up for the 1 percentile, basically.
Yep.
That's what it comes down. You know, people, I know they get upset on the odd one, like, you know, why can't they announce their goals? Why is it only like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? Why? Because you have to make it very simple and very concise and very cut and dry. And I've even had to tell some friends, you know, guys, sorry, I love you, but I can't let you do that here. Why? Because if we don't, what do we get? Oh my God, I'm 3 away from 262. Call YouTube. I'm 3 away from. We get that constantly, and it just plugs up the chat by the same couple of people that just posted every 2 seconds. So you got no other reason to make stuff like that. That's what happens everywhere where there's a group, and the bigger the group, the more cut and dry it's got to be. So that is why, you know, and that's exactly what we got to cut YouTube a bit of slack on that one when it comes to rule, because they have no other choice. There's so many channels on here. They need to do something, but it sucks when it hits us. I mean, we're going to miss 7 Social Blade access. Of course. You know, I'm sorry, but if someone asks me for a show, yeah. It's a good way not to get noticed. I know that much. But you got, you know, everything's got to have some sort of a flow to it. And they need some boundaries. And I mean, it's hard for them to make a direct law, because some, you know, they were saying today, well, we find it a big it is, and that's what sucks. But on the other hand, I kind of get where they're coming from, because they said that in the interview today as well. Mm-hmm. Every time they're going to put down a rule, they're going to get the ones that try and circumvent it every time, you know. So every time YouTube does something, there's going to be a lot of people that shouldn't really be caught in that mess do. But that's why I say whenever it looks gray, I go to the end of it and treat that as the black and white. Don't put yourself anywhere near in the danger zone, you know. We'll still be around, Premier Hell. Those are always shoutouts and the same ones that are in every live.
As you have noticed, most of our live streams are not about numbers.
That's right.
I do it everyone's live. Yes, Frostwolf Studios, hello, how are you doing? We have Walker Fams joining us as well. The Jatters here as well. Hello, here, that's happy. How are you doing here? Guys, yeah, it's just been again and again and again. And yes, you might have heard that a while ago. The rant about this, but it's just keep on going. It never ends.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to know when they're going to bring back comments for videos on a lot of the family channels. and have lots of comments and videos.
Yeah, they say that they basically are filtering your channel till they see that they can trust you to remove the comments yourself. That's what basically they're saying.
That's what they say, and to be honest, I think a lot are going to have trouble proving it. Not that you're bad channels. I think YouTube's just going to try and do everything it can to keep it from coming. Because once something's gone, it's easy for them to keep it away. Because then it comes back to an individual basis again. Awesome stream of good info. Thank you so much, Johnny Avante. I appreciate it.
The only number is strive for the power of the number. Yeah. Oh my.
YouTube will start to filter them back, and it's mostly going to be the bigger channels that they have more control over. They're generating a lot of revenue that they can really keep an eye on too. You know, it's not fair and it's not right, and that's exactly what I think they're going to do. And the smaller ones are going to really get left in the cracks of the family channel. Once again, it's that brush, painting that gray area, and a lot getting hit in the meantime that we're not involved with it, who even do take good care of what's said on their channels and that. YouTube guys, we got to deal with it. They just do not want any more problems. That's what they're doing, and it's going to get harder and harder to do anything on here. The thing is that when we remove comments all the time and we never get bad ones, I don't understand. Because it's not, honestly, Walker found, it's because it's not fair. It's not fair to you guys whatsoever. It isn't. It's not standing up for them what they're doing. It's because it's not fair. But as soon as a big company gets some bad press, they go down like a thunderbolt. For the simple reason is they don't want any more bad press, because bad press scares off advertisers, and that's what they do. You know, it's not a right thing. It's not the ethical thing to do. It's what they do. You know, and there's just too many channels to be able to do anything in here, even remotely to and it remotely even handle all the different levels in here. So it's easier for them just to do that and leave it at that. Personally, I think they're hoping a lot of the family channels will fade off because they find them there's too much chance for a problem. Not that you're doing anything wrong. I'm just talking from their point of view. I'm sure that's what's said in behind doors that they can't say publicly. And it's not that you guys are doing anything bad. It's just wherever there's a problem, they almost don't want it to touch them. I know we've been missing some questions here.
You know, I'm reading now the statistics on YouTube. In the last year, YouTube's net ad revenue worldwide was $9.13 billion US dollars.
Not bad for a company that never turned a profit for umpteen years, and all of a sudden
9.2 billion US dollars. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's only 72,000 employees in Alphabet, in the biggest company that owns Google and YouTube. 72,000 only. Against billions of creators here.
Yep.
And against billions of dollars that they are gaining. Wow. Yeah, that's eye-opening. Maybe that's why they are the first, because they just don't pay their employees. There are not enough employees to pay. Sparky, hello. Yes, that's right. Most people live streams weren't working. Same was with ours.
And even when they were on, it was just on. The only couple that seemed to be on were ones that went on before the network went down. So they kind of like saved their position, but they weren't getting many people. But they at least saved their position. I hope you're doing well, my friend. What I do with those negative comments is hide the person doing it. They think they are still commenting. No one else in the channel can see it. Exactly, but enough, you know. And I mean, it was hard because some of them were talking code. I mean, some people not used to it. But YouTube put all the onus on everybody, and now they just found a blanket way to try and deal with it. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's just the way they're doing it. It's not I'm saying they're right. I'm just saying what they're doing. Dangerous Criminals, Push Studios. I say no names, okay? But there is one networking channel that says, "Do not ask for get me back." I wish all networking channels said that. Well,
thank you.
You know, it's, and you know what? Our numbers haven't gone down for stuff like that or anything like that by even enforcing it more. It's made it better for everybody, and I truly believe that. I'm proud of that. Not that we want to be. It's because we're working with YouTube's guidelines, the same thing as everything else. That's exactly what it is. Great show. Yes, thank you, Barry's G's. Appreciate that.
Brent Ariel says YouTube would be a great place to work. You don't have to get any results.
Yes, exactly.
That was one of the questions today in the interview, too, for Susan, asking what is their accountability benchmark, so to say. And she said responsibility and trust.
Yeah.
Should work on that a little bit more.
Yeah. It's a little too much trust in my opinion, but anyways, you know.
Yes, we're going to definitely get to the selfies as well. No worries.
Yeah.
Hashtag Blue Range Group. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, sorry guys. Tonight's a little bit off the wall because we were on for a while before we even started here. So thank you guys for your understanding. Eduardo, how are you? Great to see you. Kind of like weathermen. Yes, Hearts Adventures. Yes, they're like weathermen. Exactly. Jessica's Pops and Toys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. No, and it is. It's not just for us. It's for you guys. Well, everybody gets frustrated with this stuff, and understandably so. Gas Nation, how you doing? Much love to you. Much love to you. You need my Discord selfie element.
We'll definitely check that out. Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome, and it is. It affects everybody, guys. Oh, we love you back. We love you back. Without you guys, we wouldn't have anything here. And guys, there is great things. There is amazing things on YouTube. We got to remember that part. There is. I mean, it's a fantastic existence here on the platform when things are going great. And we can't expect great all the time. We're just talking about tonight some really big bumps in the road and what we feel is some problems that have not been dealt with for a very long time. And as insult to injury is because they're introducing more new features that's causing not only these problems we have, but not dealing with the ones that were there in the past. That's our issue. That's our bone to pick with YouTube. Barrel Boy Woods, how are you? Great to see you. We'll probably not get as far into our other subject tonight as much because of this going on. But, there is another night we can do that as well and go into it further. So, Morris W. Green TV, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. It said hi to Barrel Boy, I believe. I hope so. Great to see you, my friend. YouTube got me. I was fully demonetized. It's sad. That's why I'm leaving. Really, Gas Nation?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's the sad part. I see a lot of YouTuber channels gone, And I went back to one of my train videos that I put out a long time ago, and I started looking at the comments onto it and looking at all these channels I knew that I haven't seen in months, and sure enough, they haven't done anything in 4 months, 6 months, 7 months. I never realized just how many had gotten out of it completely.
Yes, unfortunately. Tassie Adventures, good morning for Tasmania as well.
Good morning, good morning. I am Wedge. There are bumps in the road, but wouldn't it be wise to fix the potholes? Well, that's exactly what we're saying. Lay down a proper groundwork for it and then start wowing everybody with the bells and whistles. Introduce them slowly so you make sure every bell and whistle has a 90% chance of working decently. It's not... I don't know what they're... I don't know what they're trying to prove. I don't know what they're trying to prove, who they're trying to wow. They already have the biggest platform in the world. Why not have the biggest platform that actually works very consistently? That would be wow. That would be impressive. Because that's what starts to shake up the really good ones, because they're the ones that are really trying to do something on here. That's the kind of stuff that makes them more fed up in that. I just don't get the mentality on that part. I get, once again, if anybody just joined us, I understand why they're switching to beta. And they've explained in videos, and it makes perfect sense. They can't keep updating an outdated platform. It doesn't work. But there was ways to do it a lot better than the way they decided to kind of rush it out in everybody's faces and promise it like the glory land when it is in such a disaster state. Have a good night. I am Wedge.
And Terra Firma, there's always going to be videos. There is around 500 hours of video uploaded every minute. Every minute. 500 hours of video every minute on YouTube. There is always going to be content. That's why they are the biggest. That's why they can do things that they do.
Yep.
Because there's nothing, although there are things popping up every so often, there are other platforms that you can go to. Even Twitch is not even half of what YouTube is doing, or how big it is. Nothing compares to it. It is a monopoly of Google, Microsoft. YouTube basically is Google, Facebook, Twitter. That's it.
Yep.
It is a monopoly of those companies, and Amazon for shopping, which, by the way, Amazon might be coming with their own streaming service too.
Well, that's exactly it. Yep.
Video platform service. Yeah, exactly. That's basically 4 or 5 companies on top that are managing all of the internet, and I don't think it's going to change. The Twitter co-founder was talking in an interview today that he thinks that eventually it is going to fall into smaller pieces again, like it was at the beginning. But it's going to take time. It's not going to be tomorrow. Eventually, yes, I agree. But right now, they're on peak, of success, so to say. They're huge. I don't know what has to happen in order for any of them to come down.
Kiwi Matt reacts. You're right, Heavenly Scratcher. You just need 1,000 subscribers. That's the limit for doing remotely. If you're doing it from your laptop and that, you don't need it. It's only to do it out of the house.
Yeah, and you can use Streamlabs and DU decoder apps from your phone if you're under.
I'm still worried about saying that too much because I'm thinking soon they're going to be cracking down on that one.
Well, they haven't yet, so.
But yeah.
And you see with YouTube also, like bottom line, there's no way they can hit the bottom line. YouTube is under Google. Google is under Alphabet. Alphabet is the one that gives them ad revenue. So it's all connected, okay? Yep. If that would be separate companies, then yes, but they are connected. The ones who give the ad revenue or gives the ads are the ones who also provide the platform for putting them on. So there's no way they can harm themselves.
If anybody is old enough to remember Microsoft and when they took Bill Gates to the Senate, that's what we're with right now as far as Google and YouTube under Alphabet. It's pretty much the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's a monopoly of epic proportions, more so than with Bill Gates at the time because the amount of people now that is connected compared to back then. It rivals the likes we've never seen. It really is. Oh.
Whimsy Creek, hello. How are you doing? Another can Brenda Canada, hello. How are you? Rob's Adventures is back as well. Hello.
I know, guys. I always say, someone comes in and says sub me, give them a chance and stuff like that. If they start saying come to my channel and stuff like that, feel free to time out. I don't mind somebody if somebody asks a question, they describe their channel is, but yeah.
Sleeping Freedoms, YouTube's under Google, Google is under Alphabet, and Alphabet is under Lucifer. It is scary because it is a huge power as well. I mean, the same as Facebook, and we all seen how much power it has. Any of these huge platforms has enormous power in changing world's, way of going.
Oh, definitely.
It is scary.
Most definitely. Things are going to get a lot worse before they have a chance of getting good. That's my personal opinion, but yeah. Have we seen the worst? Nope. It will pick up. It will get worse, but that's okay. We're going to get through it, guys. Have no fear. It will get better. You know what though, guys? I want to tackle it another night. I really do. We've been on for a couple hours and through Twitter and then through here. So I want to send you guys over. We're at a conversation about Vox Apocalypse. And I'm going to give you guys, why don't we go raid him and his audience. And you guys can learn a bit more about it. We're going to talk about that another night. We got to bitch and complain about YouTube for a bit, which felt really good. They deserved it, but it's been a long night. So I'm going to give you guys, if you guys can use
Yep.
Oh, you're doing okay. I thought you were putting it this way.
No, that was before you started talking. Thank you for listening for our rant once again, and thank you for joining us on Twitter. We have been on since 7. And if you want to know more about hashtag Vox Adpocalypse, which does influence YouTube, since it is about censorship and not only about the direct channels that it has affected so far. Go and visit Video Call and Show.
Yep.
Andrew was there on a live talking about that, and today the audience, or you in the live chat, react. Go and check it out from Puša with Love, Video Call and Show. Go and read him, and let's listen what he and his audience has to say about Adpocalypse.
Yeah, guys, and we're going to catch another. Like I said, we kind of sidelined with everything going on. We're too late by the time we got all that out, so head over there and have a chat with him. Check him out. There's the hashtag, guys, if you can drop it from Push with Love. And if you haven't hit the like button, if you can on the way out, that would be absolutely awesome. And Oh no, it's not a bummer. You know what? It's rolling with it, and we're usually off. It's just been we've been on since 7, whether it's on here on Twitter and getting going, and yeah, we only have so much juice into us to really bring you guys deserve a good show. We try our best. Tonight was a bit up, but you know what? We still had a good one. We covered a lot of ground, and you have a great night too, Grant, my friend. Much love to you. Much love to you, and thank you, Hearts Adventures. Right back at you. Same to you, E-Money Shoes, Drone Kings and Darwin. Have a fun morning. Right back to you as well. You guys are absolutely awesome. Shane Rio, how are you? We're just on our way out, but thanks so much for coming. NK, thank you so much. My non-traditional life. Guys, head on over and check out the video call-in show. Check him out. Say hi if you can. Copy the hashtag from Push with Love. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. It won't be very long. And we'll be back on again. Thank you so much for being here. Jerry, awesome. We just missed you as well. Sorry about that. We've been on, guys, for a couple hours with the YouTube servers all down and everything. We hit Twitter. But thank you so much for doing that. And we'll see you guys really soon. Much love to all you guys. You take care now.